My entire life reads like an epic poem. I was born in metaphors and been given embellishments to explain my existence since I've existed. The first stanza of my life was supposed to be spit in 3 trimesters, nurtured in the water of my mother's womb. For 9 months, I was supposed to be preparing, rehearsing, and retaining the necessary information to become a healthy human being. But just 1 month into the 3rd trimester, I was prematurely forced to make an impromptu feature appearance in this world. The piece I was developing, entitled "The Cry at Birth," was not ready yet, so I fumbled it. My first poem just didn't come out right, or way. Although the theater was sold out and the audience was filled with family and medical professionals, there was little to no applause upon my arrival, only gasp and silence. My mother fell asleep, my father was a no-show, the amniotic fluid I swam in this life was a human beer cake. It was my very first featured appearance and I was drunk on stage. My speech was slurred. In my poem, "The Cry at Birth," I forgot the line. The engineer attempted to rewire my microphone, but still I wasn't able to make a sound. I was ushered quickly into an incubated green room for 3 days awaiting my next show. My second stanza was yet another appearance at this venue. My father finally arrived late. He must have sat at the bar all night because the familiar scent of alcohol filled the room. It was wafting from his pores, they say. The host read my bio out loud to my parents. The nurse escorted me to the stage. By now I had rehearsed and retained my signature piece, "The Cry." I performed it flawlessly. It was a masterpiece. My expression was right and exact. My performance was heartbreaking, they say. It was as if I was actually living the pain. Because of my brilliant performance and my subsequent one, the late and former failed appearance of my father, as well as the condition of my mom, the host, in collaboration with the Department of Children's Services, saw fit to book me for at least 1 month long feature at this venue. It was a cliche simile, so to speak. There was no place like home. Later, I was given an artist in residence stay at a foster care. The last stanza of this poem was written while I was in residence there. 4 years. For 4 years, I polished my performance, practiced, perfected, retained the cry. I even developed new pieces. Hyperactive deficit disorder, PTSD, physical abuse, anger, and the best one ever was entitled Abandonment Issues. 3 years later, my mother came to my farewell performance. I performed each one of my pieces for her and all the residents there like a seasoned poet. The tears flowed into this empty vessel that was this residence, and then I finally left the stage in a standing ovation. The saga of this poet continues. Thank you.